Hey, yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I got a good one here. We're going to talk about platoons. We're going to talk about platoons and why they are so much better than playing alone as far as synergy, right? You can get synergy out of a platoon. What does that mean? It means that the three of you together are better than the three of you separately, especially if you have voice comms. We happen to have those here. We have Twerkin and Amerkin, Guido, and Jayhawk. Now, I'm going to call him Twerkin. I hesitant. I hesitant. I hesitate to even call him that because I looked up what the other word means. Let's just say that in some cases the concept of the more you know is a good thing. This was not a good thing. All right, so Twerkin here is driving his M6A2E1. I'm in my T34-3, and Jayhawk is in his T26E4. Now these are preferential tier 8 tanks. Two mediums and a heavy. All relatively slow. I think I'm the zippiest one, and even the 34-3 is not that fast. We have loaded in here to Mountain Pass. So we're going to start talking about platoons right here because the cool thing about platoons is the three of you can look at the map, look at the setup, and go, hey, where do we want to go? We were all, I believe, pointed yes. So this is right after spawn. We were all pointed at the ice road, and we said, you know what? Let's go to the ice road and work as a platoon and see what happens down there. We just felt like by the time all their slow tanks turned around and started to try to cross over here, we might take some hits or get trapped or have to go to the middle. We're already pointed this way. Let's try to use some of that synergy of a platoon and go to a place that you wouldn't normally go. Now, I don't like the ice road for a lot of reasons. It's very difficult to push. There are artillery involved. I mean, just the whole 9 yards. But when I looked at what the enemy had, I looked at that and said, you know what? I think we can probably get aggressive down the ice road. We'll go down and see what's going on. You can see that I'm obviously the fastest of the three. My plan, and we're talking about it as we go, my plan is to cross straight across here and get up underneath them so that I'm down here being a pain and maybe even start coming up the ramp. And that really is the best way to work the ice road, is to head down, try to get up underneath them. Now, it is a recipe for disaster if I was to run into 3 or 4 light tanks, not light tanks, but medium tanks, potentially light tanks also supporting, and maybe a fast heavy that got up top before I could get across here. I could be in trouble, but it looks like I can, and I base a lot of that on the 40T goes by, right? The 40T goes by, doesn't get hit. And we are talking with each other as we now get followed up, and I'm saying, hey, look, I'm going to go over here and take a quick peek. You guys get ready for shots. And we had a lot of guys follow us. Now, that will happen sometimes when you see some good players. Myself, I think, and Twerkin have pretty good stats, so our color is pretty. If they are XVM kind of guys, they may look at that and go, hey, look, that platoon of decent players went that way. We're going to follow them. And so right away, the artillery's going in, and there's actually a decent force up here. But I have got to a point where I can sneak up underneath, and they're going to have a hard time coming to get me. In fact, if they want to come get me, they're going to have to expose themselves. So I'm just going to go ahead and push up here. And this is not really something you would want to do solo because you don't really have the trust, right? You're not 100% sure that your team is going to do that for you. I sneak a shot into the IS-3A's side of his turret. But in this case, because we were able to talk, we have synergy, right? We got that platoon synergy, and that's the reason you platoon. If you platoon and hair off the different places on the map, you're not leveraging that great synergy that you can get. I'm going to overuse that word, by the way. It's already completely overused in business and in the industry, but we're just going to synergize the heck out of it. So I'm just trying to get in here. I've got some HE loaded. I really want to hit this WT, but I also don't want to overexpose. So we'll sneak one into him. Blap. What did that give me? 566. Fantastic. Hey, look, HE did not let me down for once. So they're just blasting away. Look at that. Boom, boom. Jayhawk takes that guy down, and we have basically broken open this flank. Now, the thing about a platoon and breaking open a flank is you need to exploit it quickly. They do have a lot of guys still in the middle, and I figure if we wait too long, they will be able to move back around, although the 430 is pressuring them a little bit here as well. So I'm looking to get a shot. There you go. If you press 2, good things happen. Press 2 and good things happen against bad armor. Or good armor, I guess, in this case with the Chrysler K. The 40T is falling up. Look at him. He's loving it. He's going to come in here and try to get a shot. I thought he'd just go around. I say, you know what? Don't care. I'm just going to shoot this guy. Who cares if he hits me? He wasn't even looking at me. I think he was zoomed in on the poor Lorraine. That is a good way to use distraction. Just as a side note, He was so busy looking at the other guy, I used that opportunity to move in. We'll take down the M4043. T44 is looking for shot. He can't get it. Look at that. Anytime you see the little yellow, orangey looking damage, that's from your platoon mate. And we've absolutely pummeled this poor T44 as I move in. And now we'll go ahead and come up on top. And we're talking this whole way, right? I'm getting out. I'm getting them busy. I'm getting them lights. They're just firing away at whatever's down there. Take him down. And I don't know why I'm still firing HE. I guess, no, okay, I'm back to AP. There we go. And I start talking here. Now we're just having fun because this is really a romple stomp. And then these guys come raging in. They don't really even know I'm up here. I drop a dime on that guy. There's 3 of them down there. And we got Twerkins using that great armor. And then here comes the follow-up. The Lorraine's coming in. Down goes the score by sneaking on the top of the Patton. And they have come back. So we just pushed that advantage as fast as possible. I get hit by, I think, our own artillery, right? Yes, our own artillery would have hit me for 1,050. I think that's just the placeholder number. That was the top possible. And now what I want to do here is I want to jump on him. I'm talking to him like, all right, I want to throw the battle, but I really want to jump on somebody. Here we go. Nope, not going to make it. Oh, crud. Did I get him? Oh, only 63 from the Ram. I'm getting absolutely hammered. I'm not going to make it, boys. Think well of me in the afterlife. I don't know why it took this guy so long to shoot me. Oh, wait a minute. That's because he's out of shots. I forgot I got another shot in. Fantastic. Just trying to get away from him at this point. No, don't do it. Okay, there we go. And not going to reload in time. Down goes the Patton. And, you know, this battle is over quickly. Why? Because a platoon worked together, talked about where they were going to go, made a plan, and when the plan was possible, we weren't forced really to change the plan too much. We stuck with it, and we just absolutely ate this team alive. Absolutely ate this team alive. Now, we won on every front. It looks like even the guys who did not have a lot of tanks with them did very well also. And you wouldn't necessarily say, you know, the ice road is the greatest push point, but it can be, especially in a platoon. So teamwork is OP, works like a champ. Plus, you get the plus 15% experience and gold when you're running in a platoon. And really, all things are possible. I have pushed Valley in platoons and won on Lakeville using the exact same principles of teamwork, talking to each other, and the synergy of a platoon. Now, the good news is I've got the other guys' replays as well. So I will drop 2,436. I think it's actually 3,000. There must be some damage not showing up there. Maybe it wasn't 3,000. Anyway, 2,436, 1,000 assist by being the spotter out in front. Let's take a look at Jayhawk and Twerkin's replays as well. All right, here's Twerkin. He's in his mutant, in his super mutant or M6 mutant or whatever the heck it's called right there, mutant M6. And I almost feel like we need to be playing the Ride of the Valkyries right here with these 5 guys following me and the Lorraine 40T up. This is a massive chunk of our team, right? So we have to do the right thing over here to win. And you can see Twerkin comes in there and he starts firing away. And he's so far shooting regular AP. This gun's not really known for its penetration. But let's see if he sneaks one into this lower plate of this guy. Oh, he gets a crit. And that's good too because he's tracking the guy, right? He can't move. And that poor dude, oh, look at this. He wants a piece of the WT. I haven't actually looked at Twerkin's replay, but he drops 3,000. So there's another shot into that guy. He looks like he's gone to his AP though because he's trying to chew through some armor. And all these guys have shots. There's no real reason to move up yet, and they're just pummeling these dudes. Nice shot into the Tiger 2. He's just taking shots of opportunity, right? When somebody presents themselves, he takes the shot. He's not worried too much about getting a specific guy. Right now, it's just whittling these guys down as good as possible. Does he sneak that one in? No, it doesn't quite get there. It looks like he's looking for an opportunity to push up, and here he comes. So we've pushed him back. I'm talking to him on what's going on. Going to try to sneak one into the side there. That Tiger 2 is just hiding. He's afraid of what is going on down there. Look at all the guns behind me. There's a 704. I didn't even know there was an RHM back there. Is there? Yeah, there is an RHM. No kidding. So there you go. I didn't pay too close attention to what was behind me. I knew there was a lot of tanks, but that's a lot of firepower. And you can see the danger of this is that we're really weak down here. But it looks like the enemy team doesn't figure it out for a couple reasons. Number one, they sent a considerable amount up to the ice road. So we're engaging about 4 tanks, even though we have a lot more than that. They sent a good crowd to the middle, and they really didn't push hard down in the south. So, you know, this is a permissive kind of game. It really played into what we decided to do. But the question isn't really did your plan work out necessarily, or did you get lucky, or did the enemy, do something dopey? The question really is, what do you do with it? Do you just sit down there and play peekaboo for 5 minutes until somebody loses somewhere else and you lose the game? Or do you get somebody aggressive up in there, you do some teamwork with the rest of your team? And I will tell you, this is actually pretty good teamwork with the rest of this team. Looks like Jayhawk is really liking the fight. We'll have to look at his replay next. That's a nice running shot on the T-44. That poor guy had no chance. Pretty quick reload, actually. Is he going to hit him again? No. Actually, I think I get the kill. So Twerkin's moving in, and he probably figures, you know what, I know there's guys coming back. That's when we're talking here. I'm going up the ramp so that I can get some high ground on these guys. Twerkin drops. Oh, I didn't realize that he actually hit the first shot into the guy, and I just killed him off. So he comes around here, and now he's going to use this armor and start working with these guys. Although he is definitely facing a few more than he probably wants, and you see him back off immediately because he really doesn't want to take too many hits. Look at all those bounces. That's amazing. This has got some really good armor. He's going to try to sneak one in on this Scorpion. Puts a hit into him. Look at all these guys just... Oh, and Twerkin's down to his last hit points. Looking to get a shot on the... Oh, he bounces off the front of the Patton. He was looking to get a shot off of the ISU, but the ISU ran away. Now they're being threatened. Look at this. 704 actually went the other way to create a crossfire, which is a great idea. That's another thing I didn't notice. So good on the object for going over there and realizing that, hey, I got enough going up the ice road. Why don't I give them some extra things to think about? Look at that aim on the weak spot of the TU-1 LPC. There's that crazy Guido diving down on him. But it gives them opportunity, right? Now my teammates, my platoon mates, I sort of wish they would have just pushed from there instead of the kind of the back and forth. So we'll look at Jayhawk's replay there. Maybe slightly late. Of course, that's probably what Twerkin was worried about. He was a one-shot, so he moved forward, and the Patton took the opportunity to take him down. But it's all over but the shouting, right? All over but the shouting. All right, let's go take a look at Jayhawk's replay. Right, here we've got Jayhawk in his super Pershing, and just as a side note for you guys, any replays you have like this that have these kind of multiple views or multiple aspects, whether it's from the enemy side or your own side, or you've got a platoon and you've got multiple replays from the same game, feel free to send those in and let me know about that, because these are really good for learning. It lets you see the fight from several different viewpoints and kind of understand what it is that each other are doing and how it helped or did not help. So we'll take a look at Jayhawk coming in here. He's got some good armor on this thing, especially at distance. These super Pershing's weak spots are hard to hit from a distance. And I might have gone straight for the WT Jayhawk. Oh, looks like he's blocked. Never mind. Oh, there you go. There's a little front end of him. Nice. There you go. Well done right there, and he backs out. And it's just a gun line at this point. Looks like he's shooting regular AP at the moment, sneaking around to try to get a shot on the... Oh, he gets his turret. Oh, okay, well, there you go. You didn't notice it, maybe that your turret was actually damaged. There, you fixed it right away. But that's why you couldn't get the turret onto the front of the Tiger II like you wanted to. No, what are you looking at there? Who's over there? Yeah, I would be moving in there and getting shots there, Jayhawk. You'll notice that Jayhawk actually has 4 kills. I have 4 kills. He has 4 kills. Twerkin has no kills but 3,000 damage. So Twerkin did the most damage of the 3 of us. Got the least kills. Because what he is doing, if you remember from his replay, he's taking every shot of opportunity that he had. He wasn't worrying about trying to hide. Look at this guy's looking at the wrong guy. Nice job. Well done there, Jayhawk. Good shot. And that, once that guy gets tracked and everyone's shooting him, yeah, absolutely go after that dude. I'm going to speed this thing up because it takes him a while to get up the hill. I was wondering why he was so far back when we got to the top, but it's simply because you hung back just a little bit right there. On a romple stomp like that, just keep pressing. So he fixes, I don't know, was his engine broken? I didn't notice that. All right. So here comes Jayhawk. He's got a kill. Doing a 600 damage, following up. Twerkin's already up there. Now, see, that's my point right there, Jayhawk. If you'd have hurried up and got up there, I'm going to minimize this a little bit, and pushed when Twerkin did, you'd have been up here getting shots, but we're going to come in here and get a nice shot on this guy. Well done. Down goes Gordo. All right, so we need to push in on these guys and use that good armor. Now's the time to do it. I'm being a little bit tentative right there. Just come around the corner, hug that edge. Hug the edge right there and just start coming around the corner at him. Yeah, just move on up right there. You got all kinds of good capability. See that little edge, what I'm talking about there, Jayhawk? Get right up into that and then start shooting those guys, just poking out, putting that armor profile to them. We're just a little bit far behind right there. And really at this point, it's all about, we'll just pause it. Really at this point, it's just all about getting as much damage in as possible, right? They're on the ropes. You're really going after them hard. There's no reason to sort of sit back. Just go after them and start getting as many hit points, because really what you can do now is trade hit points for damage, right? You can trade a few of your hit points for a little extra damage. All right, that's all I've got on this. There's nothing else much. He gets a few more kills in here as well, so nice job to Jayhawk as well. But I just wanted to put that out there for you guys to take a look at how you run your platoons. Make sure you're putting a plan together. Make sure you're working as a team, not spreading out all over the map. There are occasions where that's a decent idea, but in general, keeping your platoons together with some good comms and helping each other is the way to go. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you'd like to support the channel, there's all kind of options down there in the description. We will see you.